Okay, so we're here with Opalyn. Hi, Opalyn.
Hi, everybody.
And we're going to talk about weaving and Opalyn's little loom here. So tell us a bit about this loom.
So this is a 4-harness table loom. This is a reed, and it's a 12-dent reed, so there's 12 slots.
You can see all the little metal pieces there.
12 slots per inch. Behind it is a set of 4 harnesses, which is why this is called a 4-harness.
You can see these are the harnesses. They're like dowels with strings on them.
So these strings are string heddles, and they each hold a string, one of the warp strings. So the warp is the threads that go from the front to the back of the loom.
You can see it makes a space.
And by lifting one of the harnesses, it creates a shed.
And these are the harnesses.
Those are the levers to lift the harnesses.
And they're powered by these little string things. I'll try to get it down here.
And springs.
Springs. So that's a nifty little feature.
Yeah. So it's nice that the heddles drop back every time that you're finished with them. And this is a boat shuttle. And you always want the string coming from underneath. I don't know why, but perhaps just consistency and picking a convention. So you want a small amount of thread sticking out. Also, after you dress your loom, which is what it's called when you thread your warp through the harnesses and the reed.
Which you can imagine takes a really long time. If we look through here, look at all those strings going through strings. It's crazy complicated.
About 380 strings, warp threads are on this loom. So yes, everyone is threaded through a heddle and through the reed. So when you start and you tie on, you end up with a bunch of knots on the front of your board, which creates these little triangles right here.
I'll try to get it here. Right, see the little triangle piece.
Right there.
It's not all flush.
What you want to do is run several strands. It doesn't need to be a larger diameter thread, but it can be. And then beat them all into place by bringing the reed forward all at once so that they help even out the threads. And as you can see, all of these threads are nice and even now, so we're ready to start weaving.
Right, you can see the spacing between all of the threads is nice and even. So we've taken this triangular bit caused by knotting it, and we've gotten them all even. So then when you start actually doing the pattern that you want, you'll have a nice even spacing between all. What are those, warps?
Yes, exactly.
These pieces are warps.
Yes.
And wefts go this way.
Correct. The wefts go across the warp. And this dowel right here is part of the cloth apron. Actually, I believe this is the cloth apron, and then this will wind down onto here, onto the cloth beam.
Which you can see spins.
So I'm just tightening up the weaving right now.
And there's a little crank with a pawl on the other side, which, here, I'll show you. Keeps the tension. You can see that. It's a pretty standard thing.
So here is my first piece of weaving that I did on this loom, and I chose to take it off and see how it washes up, because that's one of the things that you do a sample for. So this is a standard twill pattern right here, and you can see the diagonal threads similar to denim. Jeans is a twill pattern.
Yeah.
So again, going up, I've changed the pattern, so this is more reminiscent of a basket weave, and then another slight modification, and then here I went back to the twill, and I decided to make the twill points go to the right and left, and that has to do with how you move the levers. So again, just changing patterns, changing color. These 2 arrows right here is actually a 3-1 twill instead of a 2-2 twill, which is down here.
So you can see it makes the coloration pattern and the visual impact of it different.
Yes.
Where that one looks like it has like white sticking out on top of a dark background. This is kind of more even looking.
Yeah.
And you can do all those patterns with the same configuration on the loom.
Yes. So the same harness threading.
There it is.
There it is. And the same, it has to do with what order and what pattern you move the levers in,
Yeah.
which are up here. So in just a minute we'll do a little bit of weaving.
Okay.